I call to order the regular meeting of the Lakewood City Council of April 22nd, 2013. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Murphy.
Here.
Ellen.
Here.
Wickman. Quinn.
Here.
King. Wilson.
Here.
Barraway.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Hall. Here. Coop. Here. Roybal.
Here.
You have a quorum.
Well, thank you and welcome to everyone. This is a very special evening every year where we get to celebrate sustainability in the community of Lakewood. So we have a number of award winners here, and we congratulate all of you in advance. In a moment, we're going to go to the Pledge of Allegiance, and I always ask folks to remain standing for a silent prayer. I would ask you to keep a couple of folks in mind during that moment of prayer. We lost a couple of people recently that were great friends to this community. Kathy Burrows passed away in late March, and they just had sort of a reception yesterday. Kathy is just one of the founding mothers of arts in our community, Lakewood Arts Council, and when we look at some of the successes that we're having with arts in the city of Lakewood now, certainly the Lakewood Arts Council and Block 7 over in Belmar and 40 West, and it all started with folks like Kathy and Barb Tobisca. So we certainly pass our best wishes on to everyone in the family. And also the community, the region, lost a giant unexpectedly on Saturday, Paul Ryan, who was Mayor Hancock's Director of Regional Affairs, a great friend to many of us individually, and certainly a great friend to Lakewood. We certainly give best wishes to Pam and the family there. It was just a terrific loss. So I would ask that we now stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and then remain standing for that moment of prayer. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. And as always, I want to thank everyone for coming out and joining us in your local government, whether you're here tonight live in chambers, or watching us at home on television, or streamed on our website. We very, very much appreciate your interest and involvement in your local government. We're going to have a number of proclamations and presentations coming up, so I'm going to move down to the podium here and ask the city clerk to read item 4 into the record.
Item 4, Proclamation Day Without Hate, Jefferson County R1 Schools.
Mayor, while you're walking down, if I may, those of you that are here tonight would like to take photos of anybody receiving awards, you are more than welcome to come up behind us. Just come up on either side and use your cameras, because they'll be facing us more than anything. So please come up and do that. You're not interfering with anything. We will take the time for you to do that.
And Peg, where are you? If I could ask Jefferson County Schools Area Superintendent Peg Kasberg and friends to come down.
Are you ready for the proclamation?
As soon as they come down, we are ready. Once you stand this side.
It's my pleasure to read this proclamation. Day Without Hate, April 26, 2013. Whereas, in May 2007, a small committee of Stanley Lake High School students and teachers formed the first Day Without Hate. Their goal was to draw attention and promote nonviolence, respect, and unity within our schools. And whereas, today, tens of thousands of students and community members across Jefferson County, the state of Colorado, and the nation participate in Day Without Hate as a celebration of unity, a rejection of fear, and a commitment to work towards nonviolent solutions in any conflict in our schools. And whereas, we as a community are responsible for cultivating an atmosphere of tolerance among our diverse populations. And whereas, By publicly acknowledging and celebrating Day Without Hate, the City of Lakewood makes a stand with our schools to reject fear and violence and work towards embracing our differences and promoting an inclusive, safe, and harmonious environment for all of our residents. Now, therefore, on behalf of the City Council and of the people of Lakewood, I, Bob Murphy, Mayor of the City of Lakewood, Colorado, by virtue of the authority vested in me, do hereby proclaim Friday, April 26, 2013, as Day Without Hate in the City of Lakewood. Given under my hand and seal, Bob Murphy, Mayor.
Thank you. It's with great pleasure. I hand this to you, Peg. We're all going to be there on Friday with the T-shirts that you all are wearing, and Councilor Wilson is wearing right there. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. I accept this on behalf of Jefferson County Public Schools and our wonderful students and our staff who have been working so closely with Day Without Hate and making sure that it's a wonderful day for all of us here in the city of Lakewood and celebrating with Jefferson County Public Schools. I would like to turn it over to our two students who are here this evening who have been working diligently with A Day Without Hate to make sure it's a true success for all of us. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Noha Kiki, and I'm a senior at Green Mountain High School.
Hello, my name is Amanda Adcock, and I'm also a senior at Green Mountain.
And we just wanted to say thank you so much for recognizing Day Without Hate. It's something that we started at Green Mountain 4 years ago when it went across Jeffco, starting, as it said, in Stanley Lake. And it just means so much to us. It's just a great day where we transform our school with messages of peace and love and have great little activities. And it means a lot to us to be recognized by the city. So thank you so much.
And there's some really exciting news going on this year. We have our district rally is going to be at Jeffco Stadium this Friday from 6 to 8. It's off of Kipling. And there's going to be the Flowbots, which is a music group, and also the Buried Life from MTV will be speaking there. Thank you.
Thanks.
We certainly want to acknowledge our own Advisory Commission for an Inclusive Community and Carol Quinn for bringing the idea of a proclamation and our involvement in this. We're really looking forward to an event that has just really grown to the point where it requires that large of a venue. So it's going to be a lot of fun on Friday afternoon and evening. Will the clerk please read item 5 into the record?
Item 5, proclamation, Child Abuse Prevention Month.
And for this proclamation, I would ask our Police Department Division Chief, Dan McCaskey, to come on down. Councilor Bearway.
Proclamation Child Abuse Prevention Month. Whereas Lakewood has dedicated individuals and organizations who work daily to counter the problem of child abuse and to help parents obtain the assistance they need. And whereas our community is stronger when all citizens become aware of child abuse prevention and become involved in supporting parents to raise their children in a safe and nurturing environment. And whereas effective child abuse prevention programs such as Ralston House succeed because of partnerships among families, social service agencies, schools, religious and civic organizations, law enforcement agencies, and the business community. And whereas all citizens, community agencies, faith organizations, and businesses will work to increase their efforts to support families. Now, therefore, on behalf of the City Council and the people of the City of Lakewood, Colorado, I, Bob Murphy, Mayor of the City of Lakewood, Colorado, by virtue of the authority vested in me, do hereby proclaim April as Child Abuse Prevention Month in the City of Lakewood, Colorado. That was 3 times. Given under my hand and seal of the City of Lakewood, Colorado, this 22nd day of April 2013. Bob Murphy, Mayor. Dan.
Mayor Murphy and Council, thank you very much for this proclamation. With me, I have Ashley Orlando. She's with Ralston House, and she has our pinwheels here. These pinwheels represent victims of child abuse. And last year in Ralston House, we served over 800 children who had been the victim of either child abuse or sexual abuse or had witnessed violent crimes. So clearly Ralston House serves a big need in our community, and I want to thank the City Council for your support. Councilor Sue King is one of our board members, and But thank you all for the support that you provide, that the City of Lakewood provides, and it's really something that we could not be without in Jefferson County. So thank you very much. And just on a different note, we also have a 0.5K fundraising race. We've done it out in our Commons area the last couple years. It's August 10th. So we'd love for you all to join us. It's 0.5K. It's not 5K. So I think even Councilor Adam Paul, I think, could make that distance. So,
Zinger!
with all due respect, sir.
We'll have a race.
But thank you very much for your support. And on behalf of the Board of Ralston House and the Lakewood Police Department, I can't tell you how much it means to us. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan, and thanks to the City of Lakewood. Ralston House really couldn't do it without you. April is National Child Abuse Prevention Month, but we work all year long to prevent child abuse, so thank you for that. And I just wanted to mention that the Pinwheel fundraiser goes through the whole month of April, so if anybody is still interested in donating, they can go online to ralstonhouse.net, and we just ask for a $5 donation, and we'll plant a pinwheel in honor of one of the victims that we've served. So thank you.
Thank you. Just for the record, that 0.5K event is August 10th. I began my workouts on Saturday, so I'll be ready. And I know we've tried twice already to have the pinwheel garden planting. It's been snowed out both times, so the third time will be a charm, I'm sure. All right, will the clerk please read item 6 into the record?
Item 6, Proclamation National Victims' Rights Week.
And I would ask Jackie Granados, there she is, to come on down. Jackie is with the City of Lakewood, our victim witness assistant supervisor in the police department.
Proclamation National Crime Victims' Rights Week, April 21st through 27th, 2013. Whereas, in 1982, the President's Task Force on Victims of Crime envisioned a national commitment to a more equitable and supportive response to victims, and whereas 18.7 million Americans suffer from the indignity of crime each year and can experience emotional, physical, psychological, and financial harm as a result of such crime, and whereas crime can leave a lasting physical, emotional, or financial impact on people of all ages and abilities and all economic, racial, and social backgrounds, and whereas National Crime Victims' Rights Week theme this year, New Challenges, New Solutions, celebrates the progress achieved while calling on us to expand the vision that inspired the movement, and whereas now is the time to embrace new solutions that involve new partnerships with undeserved communities and to place a greater emphasis on learning what works in meeting victims' needs. And whereas the Lakewood Police Department Victim Assistance Unit is joining forces with the Victim Service Programs, criminal justice officials, and concerned residents throughout Lakewood, Jefferson County, and the 1st Judicial District to observe the National Crime Victims' Rights Week and Jefferson County's 18th Annual Courage Walk in honor of crime victims. Now, therefore, on behalf of the City Council and the people of the City of Lakewood, Colorado, I, Bob Murphy, Mayor of the City of Lakewood, Colorado, by virtue of the authority vested in me, do hereby proclaim April 21 through 27, 2013 as National Crime Victims' Rights Week in the City of Lakewood. Given under my hand and seal.
Jackie, here you go.
Thank you on behalf of the Lakewood Victim Assistance Unit and the victims we serve. Thank you.
Want to read item 7 into the record?
Item 7, Presentation Sustainability Awards.
Well, as I said, this is something we very much look forward to every year, and at this point, I'm going to step aside and ask City Council Member Tom Quinn to come down and take over the microphone down here, and he is going to MC the presentations. And in advance, congratulations to all of the awardees who are here tonight. We very, very much appreciate your work on sustainability in our community.
Thank you, Mayor Murphy. And usually it's dangerous to hand a microphone over to me, but since they gave me a script, I can't do too much harm. Anyway, thank you. It's good to be here again, and thank you all for joining us for the presentation of the 2013 City of Lakewood Sustainability Awards. The City of Lakewood established the Sustainability Awards in 2008 to recognize members of the Lakewood community who are leading the way to a more sustainable future. They're judged based on how well they meet the goals of Lakewood's comprehensive plan, the positive impact they have on the community, and how they embrace innovation in their programs. We look to see diversity in achievement, such as addressing climate change, energy conservation, preservation of biodiversity, green building, recycling and waste reduction, community engagement, and/or economic sustainability. The city recognizes individuals, businesses, community organizations, and schools through 3 distinct categories of awards. First, we have the Defender of the Planet Award, celebrating the environmental accomplishments of Lakewood's youth by recognizing youth who demonstrate leadership and embrace the spirit of sustainability. The Bruce Peoples Eco Employee Award recognizes the efforts of City of Lakewood employees who embrace the spirit of sustainability in their daily activities in working for the city. And the Community Sustainability Award is for projects and initiatives that promote a more sustainable Lakewood. Along with the ceremony this evening, the city also recognizes recipients in 3 other ways. First, the Sustainability Award plaque lists all of the previous award winners. The plaque is located outside to the left of the James J. Ritchie Gallery in the Civic Center Plaza, or in the Civic Center atrium. The second tribute is the Sustainability Garden, which is located on the west side of the Public Safety Building, where the city adds plants every year in recognition of each year's winners. The city also features the award winners on the sustainability web pages at lakewood.org/sustainability awards. Before we get started with the presentation tonight, we'd also like to extend our gratitude to the folks from Whole Foods for providing the food and refreshments for the Sustainability Awards reception that many of you attended before. As they have in previous years, thank you very much again to Whole Foods for your contributions to this event. Additionally, we'd like to thank the judging committee for all of their hard work. The committee is composed of former winners, representatives from the Advisory Commission for an Inclusive Community, as well as city council members. They work hard to ensure fair and equitable judging standards for these awards. We truly appreciate their time and effort that goes into making these awards a true honor for the winners. As we present the awards tonight, we'd like for the awardees, friends, and families to know it's okay to come down to the podium to take pictures or video, or to go up and stand behind the city councilors on the dais as well to be able to take better pictures. Also, you'll find video of the award ceremony online at www.lakewood.org for tonight's April 22nd regular City Council meeting. And with that, now let's move on to the 2013 Lakewood Sustainability Awards. The first category is the Defender of the Planet. The Defender of the Planet Award is presented to youth ages 18 or younger for taking the initiative to make Lakewood a more sustainable community. The first Defender of the Planet Award for 2013 goes to Alameda High School students in the International Baccalaureate Diploma Program from the Alameda Clothing Closet Project. Alameda High School students in the International Baccalaureate Diploma Program launched the Alameda Clothing Closet in February 2012. Designed, operated, and marketed by the students, the Alameda Clothing Closet reduces waste through recycling while providing clothing free of charge to parents and families of students in need from Alameda International High School, O'Connell Middle School, surrounding elementary schools, and other local families in need. Students maintain this community service program themselves. The students are also learning intrinsic values which will sustain them throughout their lives. Okay. Thank you very much. The second Defender of the Planet Award goes to Summer Marquee and Autumn Marquee. 10-year-old Summer Marquis and 7-year-old Autumn Marquis attend Divinity Elementary School and are champions of environmentalism in their school. As a leader for environmentalism in her school, Summer made lunchroom recycling her personal project after noticing that hundreds of milk cartons and other recyclables were being thrown in the trash every day. Positioning herself between the recycle and trash bins every day at lunch, Summer encourages her fellow students to recycle, and if they forget, she personally moves their products from one can to the other. Autumn joined the cause at the beginning of last year. Being younger and considerably shorter, Autumn has to occasionally ask her classmates to lift her up or tilt the can so she can reach in far enough to remove the items. Both girls do their task every day as conscientious young environmentalists and citizens of Lakewood. Thank you so much for your efforts. The City of Lakewood is proud to recognize the Alameda Clothing Closet and the Marquis Sisters as the 2013 Defenders of the Planet Award winners. Next, we have the Bruce Peoples Eco-Employee category. The Bruce Peoples Eco-Employee Award was created to honor the contributions of City of Lakewood employees. The award was named in honor of the memory of Bruce Peoples, a longtime Lakewood employee committed to environmental awareness in the course of his work for the city. We are proud to have his memory live on in the projects undertaken by other city employees. The first Eco-Employee Award goes to those employees who worked on the Green Mountain Rec Center Green Products Initiative. Clients at the Green Mountain Rec Center did not appear to notice that something was different this past winter, which was exactly what staff was hoping for. In mid-December 2012, typical personal hygiene products such as foam hand soap, hand sanitizer, and body wash, clean products like glass cleaner and disinfectant, and products including paper towels and toilet paper were all replaced with more sustainable and environmentally friendly products. The project, led by Sarah Livingston, Carrie Clannon, Terry Kinsfather, Kathy Capron, Cheryl Dye, Mary O'Halloran, and Pam Brown, has been highly successful and is now being rolled out at the city's other 3 recreation centers. All of the products cost less while providing a less toxic environment for residents and city employees as well. Thank you very much for your efforts. The second Eco-Employee Award goes to those employees who implemented the paperless direct deposit program for city payroll. In 2012, finance employees Richie Ann Sullivan, Nancy Rode, and Nicole Kendrick began the implementation of paperless direct deposit for city payroll. The City of Lakewood has a payroll that averages 1,500 employees every 2 weeks. Each paycheck or direct deposit was consuming one piece of paper and one envelope. Over the course of 1 year, Going Digital has saved 39,000 pieces of paper and 39,000 envelopes. In addition to saving paper, this project also resulted in reduction of manual labor, lowering operating costs, and provided quick and easy access for city employees to their payroll information through the internet. Thank you for all your efforts. Our last Eco-Employee Award goes to the staff in our Community Resource Department's Division of Family Services, who envisioned building a sustainable Head Start facility in the Two Creeks neighborhood. A land donation on 11th Avenue by the Lakewood Housing Authority encouraged the project, leading to the city's first Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, or LEED, certified project. Working collaboratively, each DJ Architecture, Sharon Keith Zamora, John Paliga, and the late Bruce Peoples teamed up to complete this project. The building and site design focused on sustainable design and construction practices to achieve LEED certification for this building. These included housing density, connectivity, and proximity to alternative transportation, water-efficient landscaping and irrigation, an innovative thermal mass wall system for temperature control, low-emitting building materials, efficient thermal control system, daylighting, and local and recycled content building materials. This building will provide the city an overall long-term low cost of ownership due to lowered operating costs for energy and water, low maintenance, repair, and replacement costs. Thank you. The City of Lakewood is very proud to honor these committed and talented employees who help to make Lakewood a more sustainable community. And our next category is the Community Sustainability Awards. The Community Sustainability Award is intended to recognize projects and initiatives in Lakewood that lead the way to a more sustainable future. This year we have 2 projects that achieved special recognition and 4 projects that will receive the Community Sustainability Award. And with those who are receiving special recognition, please step forward. Lutheran Church of the Master Solar Installation and Lakewood Church of Christ Solar Installation. First, the Lutheran Church of the Master Solar Installation. Joan Jacobson and the Green Team members at the Lutheran Church of the Master in Lakewood are promoting environmental sustainability through energy use reduction. Leading by example, the team worked to successfully install a 21.6 kilowatt solar array on the roof of the church. These 80 solar panels will be enough to offset 100% of the city's historical electrical needs and have a viable service life of 50 years. That's amazing. Lakewood Church of the Christ Solar Installation. Gary Southern led a successful effort to implement the solar array for his congregation at the Lakewood Church of Christ. With support of Pastor Reg Cox and church leadership, a 79 kilowatt solar installation consisting of 351 solar panels is generating over 112,000 kilowatts of electricity. 100% of the church's historical electrical use. The solar array not only reduces carbon emissions, but puts the church on a solid financial footing by reducing its long-term operating costs and serves as a commitment to be a sustainable member of the Lakewood community. Thank you. And this year we are proud to announce 4 Community Sustainability Award recipients. The first Community Sustainability Award goes to St. Anthony Medical Campus. St. Anthony Medical Campus includes 700,000 square feet of hospital, medical offices, and other associated facilities. The medical campus has established a sustainability dashboard to track important metrics related to sustainability efforts. These include more than 50 energy conservation strategies, waste reduction and recycling goals, public health partnerships, and various economic sustainability efforts. Highlights include Energy Star certification, placing St. Anthony's in the top 25% for energy efficiency in the nation compared with other hospitals. First in the state use of a TransVac system, which automates the waste handling process and reduces risk of infection while increasing recycling rates. and participation in the Healthier America meal program to roll out over the next 3 years, bringing healthier food options for patients and guests. Congratulations, St. Anthony Hospital. The second Community Sustainability Award goes to St. Paul's Episcopal Church and Renewable Energy Ventures. In 2012, St. Paul's Episcopal Church, led by their Sustainability Committee, partnered with Renewable Energy Ventures to install a photovoltaic system designed to supply 85% of the church's electrical power. Prior to the project, St. Paul's performed 2 energy audits to review current energy use and implemented the audit recommendations, including new lighting and repairs to the heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems. As a nonprofit organization, St. Paul's was unable to take advantage of the federal tax incentives that make similar installations cost-effective for individuals and for-profit corporations. The partnership with Renewable Energy Ventures allowed St. Paul's to finance the project through a 25-year power purchase agreement. Congratulations to St. Paul's. The third Community Sustainability Award goes to Eaton Senior Communities. They're rounding everybody up here. Eaton Senior Communities provides apartments and on-site support services for low to middle-income seniors. Eaton participates in sustainable practices and activities aimed at preserving the environment for future generations, including construction of a raised garden planters and compost collection, a resident-led initiative to provide recycling for each floor, weatherization and energy efficiency upgrades, including replacement of boilers and installation of energy-efficient appliances, air conditioning units, and lighting. Water conservation measures, including replacement of all 240 toilets with low water use fixtures, installation of faucet aerators, redesign of landscaping using drought-tolerant plants, and upgraded landscape irrigation systems, and installation of resting benches along property walking paths and participation in the Walk Across Colorado program to encourage health and wellness. Congratulations, Eaton. Thank you. The final Community Sustainability Award goes to Jim and Kathleen Curtis, owners of the Village Roaster. For Jim and Kathleen Curtis, owners of the Village Roaster, sustainability is at the core of every decision. At the forefront of local sustainable small business practices, Jim and Kathleen care about reducing their ecological footprint while also giving back to the community through donations to civic organizations and volunteer time. Some of their recent sustainability efforts include new energy-efficient, low-polluting, U.S.-made Diedrich coffee roaster, new eco-friendly to-go cups. This is a quest resulting from attending a booth at the 2012 Earth Day celebration. Retrofitted lighting resulting from the Business Energy Education Program. A sustainable network of suppliers and ecologically conscious growers. Coffee ground compost donations. Rinse and return milk bottles, and cardboard, paper, and glass recycling. Congratulations, Village Roaster. Congratulations to all of our award winners and special recognition recipients. Your work is truly impressive to help make Lakewood a more sustainable community. Thank you for all of your efforts. If you'd like to learn more about the Lakewood Sustainability Award program, please visit the city's Sustainability Awards website at www.lakewood.org/sustainability awards. Or to read about general information on sustainability efforts at the city, visit www.lakewood.org/sustainability for those of you who are writing all this down. Thank you very much for attending the awards presentation this evening, and please drive safely on your way home tonight in the snow. Thank you very much.
We'll take just a moment for folks to make their way out into the cold, snowy evening. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Clark had a really nice article. You know, I think you can see why we enjoy this evening so much. We saw really the entire range of Lakewood community here tonight, didn't we? From the very young to our seniors, doing so much to further the efforts of sustainability in our community. Next is public comment, and I'm glad I have this script just about memorized. What is there?
Yeah, I made this.
Oh, I'm sorry. Item 8. Would clerk please read item 8 into the record?
Item 8, Resolution 2013-24, appointing a member to the Lakewood Board of Appeals.
And I will turn it over to Council President Cindy Barraway, who is also chair of our Council Screening Committee.
Thank you, Mayor. Ty's not with us tonight, but I'd like to make a motion to appoint Ty Morose as a member of the Lakewood Board of Appeals. He's actually vacationing with his young daughter at Disneyland, so he couldn't be here tonight for that. But we would very much like to appoint Ty to the Board of Appeals to fill an unexpired 3-year term that commences on April 1st, 2011. That doesn't make sense. And on March 31st. Oh, he's filling an unexpired term. That's it. He's got a year left on that term. He's stepping in for somebody that has moved out of our city. Sorry, folks. A little backwards on that. But Ty's not here, but I would normally do this. So I made that motion. Someone has to second it.
All right. Second. All right. We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? If not, please cast your votes. And the motion passes unanimously. We certainly congratulate Ty and thank him for volunteering to serve his community.
Thank you. All right, now you're on to public comment.
Okay, on to public comment. I was looking at a number of flash bulbs out there, so that's my excuse for not seeing item 8 on the script there. But the black dots are almost gone. So we're going to move forward to public comment. This is the point in the meeting where the public is invited to address City Council on items that do not appear on the agenda. All comments should be directed to the City Council. As always, I ask that all in attendance tonight observe the decorum of City Council chambers and refrain from applause or audible support or discord with the speaker. There is a 3-minute time limit per speaker. And we have a number of public comments tonight, so we certainly ask you to adhere to that 3-minute time limit. As you come down here, you'll see the light will be green for the first 2.5 minutes. When that threshold has been reached, a yellow light will go on. That will tell you you've got 30 seconds left. When the light glows red, the 3 minutes are up, at which time we'd ask you to conclude your comments. And the first name on the list is William Umstead. Please come down.
First thing, I'm going to have to apologize for my voice. It's tree time, and they were attacking me. So
would you just give us your name and address to start things out, Mr.
Oh,
Olmsted?
okay. Right. My name is William Olmsted, 7130 West Ellsworth Place.
Thank you.
I've only been in Lakewood a short period of time, and I've only had one encounter with the police, and I drew probably the most incompetent cop you got on the force. I was involved in an accident when I was riding my bicycle with a Silverado pickup, which is a pretty uneven match. And the officer who showed up, and only saw one officer, he arbitrarily decided that I attacked the pickup truck, and they turned around, they gave me a ticket for originally for illegal parking a bike, and then they changed obstructing traffic of a bike, but they didn't see fit to give a ticket to the driver of the pickup truck, who was violating civil laws. He passed me on the wrong side of a double yellow line. He was speeding. He most likely was detracted by talking on the telephone. Well, anyway, it ended up, I filed a complaint against him, and it took about 2 weeks, and I got one of the most ridiculous letters imaginable. The police department is pretty obviously following the blue code, and they're going to cover up for a police officer, no matter how incompetent he is. No police officer ever asked me how the accident happened, and there's no justification for only talking to one side, unless, of course, the other side's dead. The only officer who ever gave me more than a minute was Chief Coleman. We had a pretty lengthy talk, but as the conversation went on, it's pretty clear that he's going to follow the code and support a police officer no matter how incompetent he is. So the thing is this, it's the city administration is going to have to do something about checking how well the police police themselves, because the police never police themselves. I know that Denver has been notorious for that. Anyway, I'm asking that you do something to straighten up the place. It seems to be pretty dysfunctional.
Thank you, Mr. Olmsted.
Thank you.
Mr. Mace, come on down. James Mace. Sure, take your time, James.
Good evening, Mayor, City Council members. James Mace, 5360 Everett Street. I am here tonight to let Mayor, my comments are going to be directed toward you this evening, so please listen up. I am here tonight because there's a problem on Colfax in Wandsworth. The problem is the pub right on Colfax and Wandsworth, that bar. The owner of that bar is not only being nasty, rude, but he's also encouraging customers to fight. He's also encouraging employees to fight. Now, I know the city of Lakewood does not put up with this, and at this, I was 86th from there because I tried to break up a fight. And at the same time, he's also been encouraging a little bit of prostitution. And I am asking the city of Lakewood to look into this. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mace. Edie Bryant, you're next. Come on down.
Good evening. Edie Bryan, 1661 South Kendall Street. I'm not here to speak on a city matter. I'm going to talk about the proposal to increase the number of county commissioners from 3 commissioners to 5. I am not the originator of that proposal, but Karen Oxman, a former city councilman of Golden, is. And she said, Edie, you live in Lakewood, you go to city council. So the proposal is, should the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Jefferson, State of Colorado, be increased from 3 to 5 members? Now, Jefferson County has over 500,000 folks, which is more than the state of Wyoming, and is 10% of the entire population of the state. And the county government was set up over 100 years ago, when this was a rural area, with the ability to increase the number of commissioners to 5 when the population exceeds 70,000, which obviously it did a long time ago. This could go to the sheet of paper that I gave the city clerk does have something which has been updated. Originally, Kieran was told that this could go to the voters this November, but that apparently is in error, and it has to be in 2014 when there is a general election. One issue is that with 3 county commissioners, Lakewood doesn't have any direct representation on that, and that would at least be possible if there were 5. The other thing that I think is really odd is that 2 people out of a 3-member board are a quorum, and therefore they cannot even talk to each other unless they give advance notice for a public meeting. This makes, I think, sort of a bizarre situation that 2 elected public officials cannot even discuss a matter that pertains to county business. And if there were 5 county commissioners, a quorum would be 3, so 2 could get together and talk without going through the public notice process. I'm going to say that there is this issue is on Facebook. It's www.facebook.com, and the organization is called Jeffco 5 Grassroots. And for further information, it's Karen Oxman at AOL.com. And this is a group that is not, it's not a partisan issue at all, and it's just, as she calls it, it's procedural, and the process would just work better if we had 5 county commissioners. So I'm speaking not only to the city council members, but also those Lakewood citizens who might not be aware that this is an issue that is being brought forward. And if you have any questions, I will try to answer them, but I am not the expert on this.
Thanks, Edie. I think Karen owes you one for sending you out on the snowy night instead of her, right? No, that's an issue that's been percolating for some time. We appreciate you bringing it to our attention. Brian Weishar? Brian? I'm sorry if I mispronounced your last name.
Mr. Mayor, council members, I'm Brian Weishar. I live at 9500 West 9th Avenue. I had some slides for you this evening, but we had some glitch with the CD that I had. Apparently I have to bring them over to the city before, and I didn't realize that, so I'm sorry. I just wanted to summarize what happened last meeting on the 8th for the permit parking, which you're going to have a study session tonight. You received a petition from my neighborhood, which is supporting the petition, and I'm passing you out some information that I have also on there. That piece of paper you have, the parking on our streets, Dennis Waldner gave you some numbers last on the 8th of the excessive number of cars that are on our street on Hoyt, Holland, 9th Avenue. I went up to Lakewood and checked all the spots, and those are the days and the day and the date for each of those, and there's some open spots. There is enough parking in Lakewood High School for this excessive parking that's down in our neighborhood. I talked to Ron Costanza, the principal from Lakewood High School, and he tells me that all the spots are completely sold out. There is no more room at all for any more cars. I had some pictures of that, which I wanted to show you tonight, and I apologize I don't have that. But you do have the data there that shows that there are adequate number of spaces that can accommodate these cars, these students, and for the permit parking and the no parking on 9th Avenue. Mr. Cruz, Mr. De Leandro, Mr. Ayakaya all live on Hoyt Street, and they gave you some information about smoking off property, excessive trash, including cigarette butts, speeding, parking in front of our mailboxes, driveways. We have to get the police constantly out to help us patrol this. Loitering in front of property owners' homes and in street corners. And also, Mr. Ikara said he had a problem backing out of his driveway. He's elderly and he's a problem getting out. Doug and Michelle, who live on 9th Avenue across from the football field and the baseball field, have had continual problems with parking in driveways and the offensive language of the sports goers, asking them to move, and they get nasty with them. We also have a problem with cars can't pass on 9th Avenue when both parking is on both sides. Two cars can hardly get up that street, and especially if a truck is coming down that street, either east or westbound, it's impossible to get by there. I thank you all for listening, and I hope you consider the permit parking and the no parking on 9th. Thank you.
And just so everybody is on the same page, sir, could I ask you a question? I know this is a little bit out of our usual order, but what were the times? Was it a consistent time of the day that you took this inventory?
I went up I walk my dogs every day, and it was anywhere from 9 to noon.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And again, this is a 10 days from January through April, the last 5 of which are all in April, talking about the number of parking spaces open at the city, varying from 43 to 60, I believe, 62. Open at the school, excuse me. Thank you. All right, James DeAndrea, please.
Good evening. My name is James DeAndrea. I live at 810 Hoyt Street here in Lakewood, Colorado. And good evening, Mayor, and good evening, council people. Nice to see everybody this evening. I'm up here to beg you and ask you to consider permit parking and or no parking for 8th Avenue, 9th Avenue, and Hoyt Street, Holland Street. When I had the pleasure to meet with Karen 2 years ago, and we talked about these issues, and I'll make it quick, but I don't know if you understand totally the impact of what's happened in our neighborhood, but the 45, or the short version is this: the school has cut the parking lot in half. They have cut availability to enter the school from Kipling, which has always been there. That's no longer available. They also have stopped in half the parking for the buses that come into the school. So our neighborhood is now for all the buses, all the parents, all the traffic, and it never stops. It starts at 5:30 a.m. in the morning and goes till midnight. So it would be like if you lived by Bronco Stadium at a Bronco game, and it's that way every day. So it's not that we hate kids. It's not that we hate the school. Our neighborhood is part of Lakewood High School, and we don't get any of the benefits. I came home from work the other morning, Saturday morning, 2:30 in the morning. The parking lot was full at Lakewood High School, and people are speeding to get out of there. That is part of our neighborhood. I just cannot emphasize enough how much we need you individually and collectively. And thank you all for your time.
Thank you, Mr. DeAndrea. Mr. Cruz?
Good evening, City Council members. My name is Jose Cruz, and I live at 815 Hoyt Street. And everything that's been brought up so far is reality for us that live in the community there. But when you look at it, plain and simple, we are being deprived of our quality of life at the expense of the students at Lakewood High School. Like James said, we don't hate kids. We just want to have the quality of our life so that we can enjoy that like we should be entitled to and not have it diminished at the expense of the students from Lakewood High School. Their parking issues are their problem. It should not be ours. And it has become our problem, not theirs. They need to deal with it. But they have, in fact, pushed it off onto our community there. It's not something that we appreciate. Living in that community, I think we have earned a lot better treatment from the community, from the high school community, as well as Lakewood itself. We ask you to vote in the type of parking that we need by permit so that we can get away from the issues that we're facing right now. We are being forced to give up the quality of life that we feel we have paid for. We are the ones who make it possible for that school to have the funds that it needs to educate the students. We ask that they take and educate their students better so that they do not infringe on our rights and diminish our quality of life. Please help us out. That's all we're asking for, bottom line. Help us regain the quality of life that we're entitled to. And it's not a matter of numbers, parking, the school, or anything else. It's just a matter of that we need what we are entitled to and what we pay for in taxes. You guys control that. We ask you to take that under advisement, consider it, and help us regain that quality of life. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cruz. That exhausts the list of those who had indicated a desire to speak during the public comment period by signing up on the roster. Would anyone else in chambers wish to speak? With that, oh, come on down. Just under the wire. That's all right.
Good evening, all. I'm Doug Harness, 9805 West 9th Avenue. And I just want to follow up on the comments, but I'll be very brief. Just to give you an appreciation, I live across the street, 9th, from the baseball field. Excuse me. And this weekend was a classic example. Saturday night, they were playing till 8:30, so the street was packed, cars were parked. Yesterday morning, Sunday morning, they started showing up before 7 a.m. So, it's a constant problem. And that's why we're just asking that you would, it would be nice if we could have at least a little buffer. I understand there's going to be baseball, and obviously the field is there to be used, but it'd be nice if we had a little buffer and there wasn't parking on our side of the street. So appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr.
Very much.
Harness. Thank you. Anyone else? With that, public comment is closed. Any comments from City Council? As a number of the recent speakers alluded to, we're going to have a study session immediately following this regular meeting of City Council, and one of the 2 items on that study session, some recommendations from staff on some options for neighborhood to meet these neighborhood parking challenges. So I'm sure we'll see you remaining here for the rest of the evening. Thanks. All right. Any comments from council? All right, on to the consent agenda. And the use of the consent agenda has been made to expedite council action. Tonight it just contains resolutions, which are items of a routine nature. Members of the public will have an opportunity in a moment to comment on either of the proposed resolutions in this case. Any council member may request an item on the consent agenda be removed for separate discussion and action under general business. Will the clerk please read the items on the consent agenda into the record?
The consent agenda consists of items 10 through 13 inclusive. Item 10, Resolution 2013-25, authorizing the City of Lakewood's participation in the City and County of Denver's Regional Metro Mortgage Assistance Plus program that assists low and middle-income persons and families within the City of Lakewood and certain other cities and counties in the state of Colorado to obtain home purchase financing, authorizing the City Manager to execute a delegation and participation agreement. Item 11, Resolution 2013-26, adopting fines for watering restriction violations and implementing a drought surcharge for customers of the City of Lakewood Water Utility. Item 12, accepting minutes of the Advisory Commission for an Inclusive Communities annual meeting of February 23rd, their Executive Commission meetings of February 6th, March 6th, and the full Commission meeting February 20th, all of 2013. And item 13, approving the special City Council meeting minutes of April 8th, 2013, and the regular City Council meeting minutes of April 8th, 2013.
Thank you. At this time, I'll open the public comment period on the proposed resolutions contained in the consent agenda. And no one's indicated a desire to comment on them by signing up on the roster. All right, with that, we'll close public comment. I'm ready for a motion on the consent agenda.
Mayor Murphy, I move for approval of the council minutes, for acceptance of the minutes of boards and commissions, order all ordinances, and there are none, and for adoption of resolutions, all of which are included in the consent agenda items introduced into the record by the city clerk.
Second.
I do have a question, and I apologize for not preparing either Larry or Jay in advance for this, but I think it's an obvious one given the amount of moisture that we've had lately. Should Denver Water reverse course, would we do the same? Jay?
Thank you. Jay Hutchison, Director of Public Works. A couple of parts to that response. First of all, if Denver Water does change their drought designation and either eliminates or in other ways modifies the watering restrictions, the drought surcharge, and the fines associated with not following the water restrictions, then we can undo that pretty quickly. I believe the resolution actually gives the city manager the authority to do that administratively as long as it's consistent with what Denver requires. I'm not optimistic that that will happen, but it's a point that could certainly occur.
Right. Thank you. Councilor Paul.
You're going away really fast.
It's getting ready for the 0.5K.
I just yeah, look out, Mr. McCaskey. This fee schedule or fine schedule, that's Denver Water's. Just want to emphasize that we did not come up with those numbers because they are quite high if you are caught.
That's correct. Both the fees are the same numbers that Denver Water imposes, and we are obligated essentially to adopt those because of our contract with Denver Water as our provider of water. And the drought surcharge is also the same amount that the city will be charged for purchasing water from Denver Water. There's no increase in either of those numbers.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess since the public is watching, I mean, riveted at home, I know. This is for the number of homes that we serve in the city of Lakewood, our as a water provider. And how many is that?
I think we're under 800.
Right, 700 and some homes.
Accounts in the northeast part of the city. Probably similar actions are being taken by other boards that serve the rest of the community, but your action tonight only applies to those 700 or so accounts.
Right, exactly. Just wanted to clarify that. Thank you. All right. Oops.
Got a question.
All right, I see, Pete. Councilor Roybal.
Thank you. Just want to clarify a thing or two. I just wanted to clarify, if you were to install brand new sod, are you required to go to your water provider and/or go to Denver Water Board and ask them for an exception permit?
I'm going to have to ask Ann Hine to come help me with this answer. I don't know the answer to that question.
Thank you.
Ann Hine, Public Works Department. Denver Water will issue all the exemptions for new sod. It's a 30-day exemption.
Okay, so let's say, for example, one of our constituents here in Lakewood, being that we get water from Denver Water Board, we would have to go to Denver Water and ask them for an exception for 30 days?
For the customers of the Lakewood Water Utility, yes.
Yes.
Other districts have different policies. Some are not honoring the exemption.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. And again, there are 17 different water providers in the city of Lakewood, so I would strongly encourage everyone to open their mail that they get from the water provider and look at the drought and watering instructions that their provider has sent to them. In our case, Consolidated Mutual, they have a little bit of a different policy, so read the policy of your own provider, please. All right. We have a motion and a second on the consent agenda. Any other questions or comments? If not, please cast your votes. And the consent agenda passes unanimously. We have no second reading ordinances tonight, so we're on to general business. Anything, Margie? No. Executive report, Kathy?
No, sir.
All right, on to mayor and city council reports. If you have any reports tonight, we've got another meeting following. We'd ask you to give the reports now as opposed to after the study session. So I'll just mention, I guess by now, hopefully the obvious to everyone, and that is, after many, many long years of planning, the time is finally here this week. The W Rail opens on Friday. I see some hands waving out in the audience. On Friday, April 26th. And we'll have a ribbon-cutting ceremony at the Jefferson County Government Center at 10:30. The governor will be there. Mayor Hancock from Denver. Many other people will be there as well. And then on Saturday, as you hopefully all know by now, we're really going to celebrate here in the city of Lakewood. We're going to have station area parties at all 7 of our stations between 10 and 4? 10 and 2, yeah. Between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Once again, we really want to encourage people to get off the train at each of those stations. We view each of them as a gateway to our wonderful community. So enjoy those 6 hours. It's going to be a whole lot of fun. We'll see you out there. Mayor Pro Tem Wilson, anything?
No report.
All right. President Barroway.
No report.
Okay. Councilor Roybal.
Yeah, I just have a short announcement. On Saturday, the 27th of April, between 11 and 2 p.m., O'Connell Middle School is going to be hosting El Día de los Niños, Day of the Child. It's a fair, or a health, wellness, and resource fair. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilor Coop.
Thank you. The deadline is approaching for anyone looking to write an essay for the Lakewood Historical Society Essay Contest this year. The deadline is May 15th. If you've already written your essay and you're just waiting, go ahead and send it in now. Don't wait till the last minute. And for more information, you can go to www.historiclakewood.org. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilor Paul.
Thank you. I just wanted to mention in Sunday's Denver Post, they honored some of the top workplaces in the Colorado area. The Denver Post did, and First Bank was on that list. Martin & Martin, Pinnacle Mortgage. We had quite a few. The RMH Group and Larry Miller Volkswagen. So congratulations to those folks for calling Lakewood home. And we lost a great gentleman as well in Ward 4. George Horter passed away. He was part of our senior group here in Lakewood, and then went on to work with the Jefferson County Senior Lobby, and he will be greatly missed. He was a fixture at our Saturday ward meetings as well as the state legislators' town halls. So thanks to George for everything he gave to the community, and just echo what the mayor said about Paul Ryan. And he was just a wonderful friend to many, many people in this region, and I'm honored that he was my friend. He's a great guy.
Yeah. Well said. Thank you. Councillor Johnson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. God will be smiling on us Saturday. The weather's supposed to be 60, I believe. Yeehaw.
Thank goodness for that. Yeah. Thanks. Councillor King, any report? Councillor Quinn?
Yes, just briefly, I wanted to take a moment to recognize all of the great city employees who put together our Sustainability Awards program tonight. They really did a phenomenal job. I don't want to leave anybody out, so I'm just going to thank them generally for all the work they did on the Sustainability Awards Committee, as well as the committee that put together the wonderful Earth Expo we had over at the Lakewood Heritage Center on Saturday. It was really great. They had about over 600 people who attended during the course of the day. We got lucky and had great weather, and they just those employees who put that together do such a phenomenal job. They work really hard to put together the program and bring in the different exhibitors that we have that show up for the Earth Expo, and really just do a great job. And it's this is in addition. This is something they do in addition to their regular jobs. It's important to point that out. They have regular duties for the city, but they take the time to put together these wonderful programs. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Councillor Kellen?
No report.
All right. Anything, Margie? Tim? Kathy? All right. We will adjourn the regular meeting of the Lakewood City Council of April 22nd, 2013. Would anybody like to take a break, or you just want to keep on sledding, so to speak, here?